Alright, what's going on all my gamers, all my VTuber gamers? So, I decided to make a second channel, mostly just because I wanted to react to more general things, and by general things I mean some VTuber stuff and other dramas and stuff like that. And so, I really wanted to start off with the most controversial VTubers. Believe it or not, I do not look like this. I may in fact be a VTuber. This is just speculation, of course, but your boy wants to make other videos, and I decided to make this channel for it because the other one is a gotcha channel, Blue Demon Rin on YouTube, Blue Demon Rin, actually not Blue Demon Rin everywhere, the Blue Demon Rin on Twitter. But if you guys enjoy it, subscribe, like, comment, and let's get into it.
So I talk a lot about VTubers, especially recently. Yes, I do have a speech impediment in the form of an accent.
I think his accent is cute for what it's worth.
Unfortunate, dude. You know, some people are British. It's unfortunate, but you know, it happens.
It's actually becoming a hobby of mine.
Or I guess European. I don't know what accent he is.
Third installment and third video on the topic of virtual 3D and 2D anime like characters
I watched his other videos
controlled by the facial
just so I can get through all this stuff.
Body language of an IRL person, and they come in many forms, like the corporate VTubers, indie VTubers.
Yep, she has 100% autism.
What was I gonna say? Girl, our queen.
Yeah!
Femboy VTubers.
Hey, what do you guys actually do when I posted my IRL cake booty butt stomp actually on my Instagram?
Maybe VTubers were a mistake.
Tomboy VTubers.
Tomboy, my favorite. Sorry.
And many
It's
more.
unfortunate that she's French, but you know what? It's all good.
Flavors of VTuber. But despite some of these being cute anime characters,
Varian? What the hell did I just say?
Have a disturbing layer underneath.
Fillion.
We're going to talk about some of these VTubers that certainly earn the title of some of the most controversial VTubers, either for the misdeeds or general conduct on their platform. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to generate your own opinion of these VTubers, but do not go out of...
I don't know what I fall under. Okay, so I mean, I am a VTuber. I just don't really do VTuber stuff. I'm starting to do more, I guess this is going to be so I can do more VTuber like content and related stuff like that, but I'm more of a gotcha content creator myself.
Your way to hate on them, as some of these people do not deserve the attention in general, and you do not need to stoop down to their level.
Who is that? Wait, I don't know who that is. Okay, so this is going to be kind of weird because I am so far removed from the VTuber community that I don't know who anyone is. I don't know who a lot of these people are. I'm going to be completely honest, but we're going to find out in this video, I guess.
However, I've got to give credit where credit
I do
is
know
due.
where the corporate VTubers
I got an email
are,
recently.
Big fan of corporate VTubers.
I'm actually checking my inbox now.
Wow.
Please stop sending me racial slurs. I'm still waiting on that sponsorship email.
Oh,
VPN.
no.
I know I ignored it like
oh my god, that ad.
I'm a grown adult now.
And there it is, chat.
I can bench over 100 kilograms now.
Nice.
Anyway, this email was actually
I don't know what that means.
Dependable. I know, surprising from some of you. Some of you have a deficiency of chromosomes, I swear. Anyway, the email was to look at a certain degenerate VTuber with a controversial past, but I thought I would include other VTubers that have such a past as well. The first one has a laundry list of controversies. Especially in their past internet activity, and apparently...
Man, I don't know much about VTubers, but boy do I know about this bitch. And man, I don't like her.
Apparently was involved in a previous video I made about
just looking at her pisses me off, chat. I'm gonna be so dead ass.
Femboy VTuber Bungo Tiger, or Tigerholic. And this VTuber's name is Marina.
I'm gonna put this as nicely as possible. Not every streamer is very smart.
If you haven't heard...
Yeah. I wonder which one's really not that smart. It might be the one who just said that. I mean, that's just... Hey, spoiler alert, chat. It might be the person who decided, you know what? I'm pretty sure he's going to get into this video. He's going to get into this video. Let's go.
You probably haven't seen their VTubers areolas.
And there it is. It took 2 seconds. There we go.
All over the internet, as we'll talk about later. But who is Marina? Starting all the way back in September 2022. And as a so-called Kraken mommy, nothing really stuck out about Marina. They were your normal borderline NSFW VTuber.
I'm sure there's still nothing special about her. Now, I'm just taking shots just because I know who she is and I really don't like her. I'm not usually this, how do I say the word? I'm not usually this toxic, but she deserves it.
Content very much 18 plus, and they were an indie VTuber, so they could basically do whatever they want. Content-wise,
that was a mistake.
Their Twitter is filled to the brim with NSFW content, and their YouTube shorts is very much the same. Like, I just wanted to watch my fake Reddit stories. I don't need a half-naked female in the corner. But they
hell
mainly
outta
stream
here.
on platforms such as Twitch, and people's opinion of them was very much indifferent until things started to go downhill and they became shrouded in controversies. The first
Yeah,
one
she's like the. I think she's like the spittoon of the community now, right? I don't know if anyone actually likes her or watches her, but I know a lot of people will see her and just go, Puh!
being the one I
Me
mentioned
specifically.
earlier, which most of you have probably heard about as it was all over the internet when it happened.
Smart,
As
by the
Twitch
way.
changed their TOS to allow artistic nudity. This
Mm.
involved drawing titties and such things as erotic dances.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would want that on Twitch.
I don't
I
either.
thought the hot tub section was enough. But Mariner apparently understood the TOS very well, as almost as if they were spawn camping the update to the TOS. Shortly after the update to the TOS, they would show up to their stream essentially showing all the crown jewels. Their VTuber model
That's-
and a picture on the right showing
There's
their
something, that's
avatar
for sure.
completely naked. I swear Twitch wants to be reincarnated as Chatterbait. Whilst Mariner was streaming, her chat
Or
was
the other
telling
one.
them they can't do this, and it was very much a bad idea. But they would go on to rebuttal this, bragging about their view account, as there were a lot of people to come see some anime titties. But they also continued by saying, essentially, chat was wrong, and your favourite content creator that are sheep, only following others' opinions, are imbeciles.
She's the one who says that people aren't smart, by the way, chat. Let us call back to the beginning of that video where she said that people are not that smart. That's her.
And they actually hold their own opinion and can do their own research, because they
Okay.
are in the right.
I'm gonna put this as nicely as possible. Not every streamer is very smart.
Why does she talk like that, bro? Just the way she talks pisses me off. Or not
Some
that
are.
smart.
Some are geniuses. But I think some people either A, don't
Ma'am, you got your titties out on Twitch. I don't know if you know that, but if you look really closer, your tits are out, by the way. I don't know, whatever.
read the TOS themselves,
Mhm.
and they just look at other people posting misinformation.
Yeah? Is that what it is?
Or they just don't think things through. It's very explicit about the things that you can show
Oh, is it?
and you can't show.
But evidently,
That's crazy.
they were very much in the wrong, as the only thing within TOS was the 1080p naked picture of themselves on the right hand side, because they did not know that VTubers need to follow the Twitch attire guidelines.
Yeah,
Just
we might be drawn, but we're not drawings, chat. There's always a difference.
like any IRL streamer, they can't go on stream completely
There
naked
is a
or
difference.
showing explicit parts of themselves. So much for the research, I guess.
Either A, don't read the TOS themselves.
But subsequently, they were banned.
She's smarter, by the
albeit
way.
just for one day, which made the entire internet lose their shit. As essentially for the deed they did, they just got a slap on the wrist with a styrofoam brick. As most people thought it should have been longer, as kids could have been watching even though it was put under mature content. However, I kind of understand the only one-day ban, as it's...
Okay. That will be the only point I give her, is because whether you put a mature warning on it or not, people will find a way around that. Like, kids hate rules, you know? So they're going to get through it either way. So I will give her that point, that it was going to happen either way.
not entirely...
I mean, of course, the way to not have that happen is to just not stream it, but whatever. I digress.
But yeah, there is a certain level of arrogance and naivety to think you can show a full hog on a platform like Twitch, but Twitch's guidelines are about as coherent and comprehensible as the drawings of cavemen, and are most of the time are very ambiguous.
Right.
$1 million company, by the way. They also show a lot of discrepancies when applying their
Dancing.
TOS to certain streamers, where some get banned and some don't, even though they broke the same rule. But I understand that
love
Twitch weren't
TOS.
communicating this well, so they gave everyone that was not within that TOS a one-day ban because it was their fuck-up. But some content creators and VTubers actually followed the TOS and still got banned, like the French VTuber Sarari that was drawing
She's so
NSFW art
pretty.
on stream and was within TOS, but they're French, so...
Not everyone could be if she, you know what, chat? That's okay. That's just a nerf, because not everyone could be perfect. Otherwise, she would be.
But the supposed Kraken mommy apologized for the incident, but only after they lost a primary sponsorship, which was a controversy within itself, but they returned back to streaming after their ban, where more controversies would occur. The next
never
one
would've
being,
guessed.
of all things, Hogwarts Legacy, the game that launched in a better state
Wizard
than any Fallout game
game.
and Battlefield game,
A little
but still
Silvervale.
had a terrible launch, which to me, to this day, still makes no sense to me.
I think it had a great launch, didn't it? Didn't it have? Isn't it like the most sold game of the year? I think it had a great launch.
The reason for this time,
Let's just say this: it's not Wuthering Waves.
it was a Harry Potter game. J.K. Rowling created Harry Potter and is known to be transphobic, homophobic, and slightly racist. But they still own the intellectual property that is Harry Potter. And even though she had no impact on the creation of this game, just because it was tied to the fictional world of Harry Potter, which she created, many people of the LGBTQ condemned the game and the people that were streaming it and overall just playing it, to the point where people streaming it received harassment as they were supposedly supporting a transphobic and homophobic agenda.
Not the random people jumping on a hate mob.
Man, that... I can't hear that without getting pissed off, bro. Silver didn't deserve that. She's the
Clout and attention and wanting to feel
Vtubers, bro, honestly.
And give themselves a pat on the back for
or actually just Twitter in general.
The stupid Harry
Nothing
Potter
good comes from
name.
Twitter.
But
Except for fan art.
It's not that deep. Just because I like these paintings doesn't mean I like the person that created them, and let alone support their message.
Oh no.
This led to a lot of streamers being harassed and ending their streams early when they were going to play the game. So where does Kraken Mommy fit into all of this? Well, they were accused of doing the same thing, condemning people that were streaming just this game. Their first tweet basically...
they're not gonna stream or promote... game, let us know. I think too many are feeling unsupported. I love to know.
Saying that trans people are being affected by people streaming this game because they're not being supported. The second tweet, presumably, is a response to a deleted tweet where somebody is complaining they're getting a lot of backlash for streaming this game.
Allegedly.
Marina basically goes on to say, "You're not the victim here, buddy," and that just streaming this game promotes a terrible message. Along with the line, "It is copium to think there's nothing wrong with."
There's absolutely nothing wrong with streaming that game if you did stream it at the time that it came out. The only thing that is really the problem is if you actually streamed it and were like, oh, I hate these people, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is your opinion when you hate people or not, but you shouldn't be spreading hate. Now, if you play the game, then that just means that you played the game. Full stop. That's all that means. You played the game. I don't know how good the game was. I heard it was pretty good. It did have the most sales, so... You played that game. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I hope you got it was a $60 game. You better have gotten 60 hours out of it.
Streaming it. Now, the past two controversies would be combined together later on.
Remember, chat, $1 1 hour.
Absolute feces storm for Marina, along with one more controversy, and that was their advocation that Tiger, or Bungo Tiger, was a pedophile in the midst of a smear campaign. All of the evidence stacked up against Bungo Tiger was cleared, with the exoneration of Bungo Tiger document produced by a private investigator, which basically exposed the people that were writing this document who were infatuated with Tiger but couldn't get that femboy bussy. They resorted to smearing their reputation with
Yo, Tiger, hit me up on Discord.
Context screenshots.
That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate at this time. I hope Tiger the best.
But I've already talked about this enough in one of my previous videos. But
Gonna go to that one next.
Where she basically advertised the document deplatforming Tiger without doing any of their own research. Essentially saying,
if you need spark notes on why Tiger is a person who shouldn't be in this community, here you go.
Tiger does not belong in the community, and essentially assisting in pushing the narrative of the smear campaign. And these tweets of them pushing this narrative are...
You ever heard the saying, she's not going to fuck you? They're not going to watch you, bro. You could, like, say that other people should be deplatformed like this. We're still not going to watch you, bro.
Still available to this day. And even though it was disproved... They still claim no responsibility.
What would I apologize for? Man. Moving on, chat.
Impact they had on the situation. Even when Tiger called them out directly. And allegedly informing other influential VTubers, such as Nux Taku, to also discuss these allegations as if they were true.
Other than Nux and Marina, but Nux claims to have gotten it from a close confidant. So...
That's not a real word.
That's why I think Marina was his secret plug who gave him all the info.
I could believe that, yeah. I could see that.
Which made the situation even worse for Tiger.
But then again, I don't know who else was hating on Tiger, so I couldn't really tell you. If I saw this is just going off the guess from what I'm watching on the video. I can't be like, oh, but there's also this person who was hating on Tiger. This is just from someone looking on the outside in, because this stuff Doesn't involve me.
And one more less known controversy about Marina is other VTubers coming about their experience with her. Overall, just being a terrible time. Where
I never would have guessed.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They have Discords dedicated to bullying people, and Discord screenshots showing that when people separated themselves from their group, they would send so-called spies to keep tabs on them. But once again, that is very much word of mouth. Now, all of these accusations come in the limelight when they got sponsored
Allegedly.
with Glitch Energy.
Allegedly.
Which drops them when their VTuber
We have released this individual with immediate effect.
got naked on stream. However, due to this announcement, people were outraged that such a company would partner with someone with so many past allegations, leading to Glitch Energy hiding many of the replies on the tweet.
Ooh.
Replies which were criticizing the decision.
Man, that totally isn't gonna end. That's totally gonna end perfectly, right?
Which led to Marina trying to get people from their Discord to post something positive under the tweet to somewhat overlook all the criticism, and labeling most of the people providing this criticism as transphobic. Does that mean I'm transphobic now as well? Now I see where they're coming.
I guess I am too, because I've been hating on Marina this entire time. But in my defense, she deserves it.
Coming from here, this is Twitter. It's like going to a gas station toilet and expecting there not to be human feces on every centimetre of the wall. Some of these responses to that tweet could have generally been fueled by transphobia, but a lot of these were just general criticism for this decision and dragging up their past of fuck-ups. Now Marina would respond to this by posting a lengthy paragraph, responding to each accusation individually, with some additional accusations such as doxing and sexualizing being an IRL teacher, which I didn't know was an accusation. But majority
Is
of it
that an
boiled down to
accusation? I don't
she
know
didn't
any
do the
other.
harassment.
I don't know any other accusation other than she's a bitch, which in itself is not the worst thing. Like, you could just be a terrible person and not have a good personality. There's nothing wrong with that inherently. It's when it starts affecting others in the form of like deep platforming someone like Tyga. Then that's when you gotta draw the line. Like, if you're a bitch talking shit on like Twitch or something, it's what it is. It's gonna, it's what it is, chat. Now, if you're like, oh, we should get this person deplatformed, then it's like, all right, now you gotta reel it in, big. You gotta reel that shit in, big fella. Can't be doing that online, big fella.
Towards the Hogwarts Legacy Twitch streamers, she wasn't responsible for the reputation decrease towards Tyga, because she was simply just expressing her disgust.
Oh yeah, is that it?
Accusations are just false. Now it's up to you what
She's
you
a
think
fucking
of Marina.
clown, bro.
They haven't had any significant allegations this past year. Despite losing their sponsorship, they seem to be doing just fine. However, my own opinion is I think they should have had more awareness when it came to the Twitch TOS guidelines breaking and not responded with such arrogance.
Yeah.
I think they did have an impact with the Tigerholic situation due to the fact they did advertise it. And
Or just
that
don't be an
tweet is
awful
still
person. Is that
aired.
hard?
And generally assuming that
understand.
people giving you criticism are only doing.
Am I in the wrong for thinking that people shouldn't be terrible to each other? Is that just me? Is that like a weird thing to say? Is that the controversial? Is that my controversial take of the video? Is that you probably shouldn't treat people like shit? I don't know. Maybe that's me, chat.
This for transphobic purposes. I don't think this is true. I think some would generally just giving you criticism. But that is one VTuber down, 2 more to go.
Damn.
Is your faith in humanity diminished yet? Because mine was gone when I launched League of Legends.
Yeah,
for the
let's
first
go.
time.
I hate League of
Well, the next
Legends.
VTuber we're gonna
Worst
talk
game
about
ever.
is
Woo.
Nux Taku.
Like, I was gonna make a video on it. I was thinking about it, and then I was like, dude, if I make a video...
Now, I don't know about Nux Taku myself. I know that he's been around for a long time, but I've never watched him. I've never interacted with him. I've done literally... You could tell me that this person didn't exist, and it would not change anything in my life, because I have no idea who this person is. I have no idea anything about this content, nothing. And this is only because I learned this, I think yesterday or the night before, they had something to do with Tyga. All this started because of I wanted to look into the Tyga situation. But other than that, I have no clue who Nux Taku is.
Video roasting this dude on my main channel, YouTube will literally deplatform him.
Now, I talked about Nux in my previous video with Tyga. Don't worry, I'm not a part of the Tyga Defense Force.
Yo, Tyga, my DMs are open.
This is just
Sorry.
a coincidence.
It's not appropriate. Sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
swear. But I've already talked about their involvement with the Tiger situation, how they advertised that they were a groomer when they in fact weren't, but also advertised it to people like Moist Critical, which put it on a wider scale, fully well knowing they were not informed.
Oh hell no, bro! Like if you did that shit and it was like my favorite VTuber or something, you'd have to see me, bro. Like you and me are gonna have to meet up at one point. We're gonna have to talk that out. Not with violence, mind you, but like talk that out. Like, come on, bro, what is wrong with you?
On the entire details, but still spoke about it as if it was true anyway.
I don't know the whole story, but Tiger was outed to be a
incorrect.
And doing very little when they were called out for this, despite causing significant damage to Tiger's reputation, even ensuring Tiger that they would do another video.
All right. I already don't like this dude.
With Moist Critical, but that video never came.
This was in December 22nd, 2022.
Damn.
2022.
Goodness.
He said he was going to make a sequel video with Moist Critical.
Damn.
Video never came.
And they seemingly just wanted to overlook and forget about the whole situation in general. But as said, I've already spoken about this in my previous video, so just...
You gotta say something, bro. You can't just let that slide. You can't just, all right, this is what it is. Oh, whoops, I was wrong. Anyways. Bye, chat. No, you gotta... You gotta come back. You gotta reel it in, bro. Come on. What's wrong with you?
Keep it in mind. But who is Nuxtaku? Nuxtaku is a VTuber that mainly posts on YouTube. They were initially known for their anime takes, so unfortunately me and him share a past. But he later branched out into commentary videos on different topics. And he started uploading to YouTube around 8 years ago, in 2015.
Damn.
But introduced himself as a VTuber in January of 2021. The peak of VTubing. And he's around 28 years old as of 2024. And that's most of the information people know about Nuxtaku. They're an extremely private person. Nobody's seen their face yet, like many VTubers, but they have been on the YouTube platform for a while.
Gotcha.
And within those 8 years, he has not been void of controversies.
Oh, no.
One of which being the hypocrisy to one of the statements he advertises almost constantly.
What?
Is that if you like lollies, you are IRL.
All right, chat. I'm not touching that. That has nothing to do with me.
Lollies being children in anime. However,
I'm good.
Get called out on the fact that in his thumbnails he has lollies, and even has VTuber friends that are lollies. And when he was
let's see, Zentrea, Fifi,
criticized for this,
Mousy.
he doubled down, making a video about one of his accusers, Rev Says Desu, which the thumbnail just tells you the summary of the whole video. And whilst doing so, realizing he's a hypocrite, they start combing through their own thumbnails, removing all references of...
Damn, bro. You can't get caught like that, big fella. If you're gonna throw shade at people, you can't get caught. You gotta do your research on yourself, because you know who else is gonna do research on you? People who want to talk shit about you. So you gotta look yourself up as if someone else is looking up you. And you did not do that, and they got you.
Of lollies.
Gotcha, bitch.
Relatively with no excuse for doing so. And quite recently with the Ava Tyson expose, they were in contact with a minor and contacting another content creator called Shadman, who draws pictures of those underage, especially Keemstar's daughter. It was said that Nux also has a line of communication with them, despite their opinion of lollies. However, that is all alleged, and it is still in its infancy. So I'm not really going to talk about that in regards to their hypocrisy. And my own opinion is I don't think they really had that much of communication with Shadman. And I don't think overall they should have any involvement with that situation. Royalty from the future here, editing this at midnight and listening to Childish Gambino Lithuania. It was just released that Nux had just left the Some Ordinary Gamers podcast, but had nothing to do with the Shadman allegations, supposedly. It was just a coincidence. Do with that what you will. But yeah, I'm going to go back to...
Maybe it's a coincidence. We will never know, because there is no timeline where that date happened and the allegations didn't come out. So, was that pre-planned? Was that something he would have done? Because I feel like people don't leave out in the last second. So, who knows?
Wasting my life now. Enjoy the video, I guess. But regardless, Nux has a bit of an ego. Like with the Rev
Oh.
situation, he said if he actually made a video responding to Rev's claims, because YouTube has been watching his podcast with some ordinary gamers, he essentially says if he reacted to it and made a video on it, YouTube would take notice and take action against Rev. Like YouTube is just sitting up his taint, waiting for his every order.
Bro, what? You're trolling.
If I make a video roasting this dude on my main channel, YouTube will literally deplatform him.
Oh,
Especially
will they? Is that a thing?
ever since I've been on the Some Ordinary podcast, YouTube has really been paying attention to like what we've been saying.
He also
Really?
goes on to
Show me where that's happened before. If you show me where that's happened before, I believe you. If not, you are smoking dick. Publicly, mind you. You are smoking penis, and you're doing it publicly.
criticize Rev's view count, implying that him doing a video on Nux has given him significant views than it normally would, despite in current times, Rev is performing a lot better than Nux. And his previous statement doesn't make much sense either way. Where he essentially said YouTube would take actions against Rev because Nux would have been involved. But in the same year would make a video basically saying that YouTube had shadow banned them.
Because it makes no sense, and my channel is clearly shadow banned.
Admittedly without concrete evidence, and then would go on to make a few more videos with dramatic titles and dramatic thumbnails.
Goodbye, the end,
because it was somewhat
enough.
working and his view account wasn't plateauing anymore. But some
He's making a mixtape, and those are the songs.
people did stop watching Nux, simply because he changed since when he initially started. Some people say he's very loud and obnoxious now, uses other content creators as crutches, and his thumbnails being somewhat provocative.
They look normal
So
to
there
me.
may be another reason why people just stopped watching him. But he is in no way a dead YouTuber. One of the controversies where people generated a negative opinion of him was the V Shoujo drama, where basically everyone turned against him like he was Julius Caesar.
Wait, what happened? Wait, what was
thrown
that?
away like a filled contraceptive.
Is that Melody?
And it was very much a pylon of Nux Taku. Because all he wanted
Someone is trying to dox VTubers by masquerading as VShojo. I can't say more than this, but please share this around. Be
to do
careful.
was expose some impersonators of VShojo, a VTuber agency he was associated with, because they were sending out phishing emails basically saying they were VShojo to gather the information of all these VTubers.
Also, I meant to go back and I messed that up. Damn it.
To dox or swat them.
I think I
And
went
he made a
forward
video
instead of
about this
backwards.
and a public statement, even getting the go-to head from the cybersecurity team at VShojo.
Hopefully they come back.
And even getting a pat on the back because he was essentially doing a public service.
Mm.
But VShojo members would have a very negative opinion on this act, advocating he should
I'm so disappointed in you and heard you were doing this. What your truth was going on? We asked you to take it down. We told you we feared for our safety. You didn't care. Though I relieved you private of the video, I am still beyond disappointed. The girls begged for days to be removed out of fear for their safety, and it truly boggles my mind. How could you put that? Dude, like, if they're going to tell you to turn it down, like, how, if they're going to tell you to take it down, and these are the people you're supposedly helping, why would you not just take it down? If you really wanted to help these people, why not take it down, bro? Are you, like, what?
take down the video and should have informed them, and that he was using this event for clout and clickbait.
Oh,
Now,
man.
VShojo
And
themselves
there it is, chat. There it
condemned his
is.
actions, even though previously they endorsed it, even telling him to link their official statement and that they knew about the doxing situation the whole time, but did nothing about it. And even one of the VShojo girls knew about this video and had no quarrels with him posting it. But then when he posted the video, immediately went to condemn his actions and speak from a point of view like they didn't know it was going to happen. Now with the VShojo talent against him and
When multiple people tell you not to upload something and can don't say anything, you don't.
VShojo
Lots
itself,
pushy, snuffy. Another example of how Nux doesn't care about hurting others and making people uncomfortable for use. I was told he was a good guy, famous in the community. Even I don't even know how to react to this. It comes to himself.
and the public's general opinion against him,
Damn.
he'd post all the receipts clearing his name. Now some of the VShojo talent that dropped him in it did get away with it, and still to this day people still hold a negative opinion of Nux because of this. However, looking at Nux in general, I wouldn't say they deserve all the negative attention they get. They do deserve the criticism for their hypocrisy and spreading of misinformation without being entirely informed, but a majority of the reason people do hold a negative opinion is because of his content, thumbnails, his change in personality, and association with other content creators.
I think changing content over time is good. It's kind of how you stay relevant. It's gonna happen one way or another. Now, whether it's for the better or for the worse, that's just gonna come with time. It's just a thing that's gonna happen. It's the nature of the beast, basically. So, if his channel went to shit, hey, he took a shot and he missed. There's no reason to hate on him for that. But if it went like in a negative direction, then I mean, you know, I don't know. It's not for me to decide what kind of content you make on this platform, right? That's for him to decide what he's gonna do on this platform. If it went to shit, hey, you know. Anyways, moving on.
I think if Nux owned up to his mistakes in the past instead of quietly hiding them and hoping they go away.
Just make a video. You've made 3 videos about quitting. Why not make Why not make just one video saying that you apologize for this stuff? Come on, bro. You can quit 4 times, can't apologize once? Let's lock in, bro. You're done. Hey, you're done fucking around. Let's go. Let's lock in. Let's get our head in the game. This is halftime, brother. Get in there.
The only problem people would have with him is his character. And personally, I am hoping the stuff with Shadman doesn't turn out to be true. Because that would be another point of hypocrisy. And he most certainly would be lined up for the guillotine.
Damn.
Now, the final VTuber we're going to talk about was the main reason for the email sent to me. And the sender of the email had just cause. Because said person is undoubtedly the king of stirring the pot and then...
I have no idea who this is.
playing the victim. They lay a liquid
Who the hell
log
is this?
on other people and then proceed to act like Keemstar, wondering why they get so much hate.
Gasp.
Why am I still getting hate?
After
That's such a
doing
classic.
things as doxing, harassing, and just generally being the bottom of the barrel of the internet. And barely anyone knows who they are and what they've done. But this VTuber's name is Falter XV.
I'm gonna annoy them! Because he's right on me!
I've never heard of this person. The other 2, at least I've heard of. I have no idea who this is.
Now, there's not.
Am I that disconnected, chat? Do other people know who this is? Is it just me? I don't know.
Out about Falter XV. They're not that big of a VTuber.
Oh.
And not many people have covered their misdeeds and the fact they have been accused of making another VTuber take their own life. But
R.I.P. I'm sorry to hear that.
it can only be assumed that a VTuber took their own life because they're no longer active on their account and haven't been in touch with close friends. But Follower XV is considered to be in their early 30s. They're a femboy VTuber who streams games like Destiny on Twitch.
Well, Lord, that's your first
Going over to their
mistake.
Twitter, you can find quite literally a schizophrenic's journal of their meltdown. They
Damn.
accuse random streamers of random things, often with little or no evidence.
You gotta love the random ass screenshots.
And they assume these streamers are out to get them. Like, buddy, you are quite literally creating the problem, and most people cannot reply to their tweets.
They're out here fighting their own demons, bro.
So they're basically in an
Me,
echo
I'm the
chamber
demon.
with
Catch
no
this,
one to
catch this
snap them
overhead.
out of it. And just a heads up, if you're in a controversy or you make an accusation towards somebody, and you're presumably the victim or the innocent one, never lock your comments.
Yeah. What? Whatever.
Or your Twitter replies. It makes it look like you're the bad person by
It was
controlling
you.
the
It was.
narrative and not allowing
It was
anyone
me,
else to
Barry.
comment on said narrative. They also have a history of abusing YouTube's copyright system to the point where YouTube removed the feature from their channel to do this because they did it so frequently and obviously with misinformation. And they would go on to say it wasn't them doing this. Is someone creating fake accounts and doing it within their name.
Oh, yeah?
But some of these accounts were older than his account before they were a content creator and even shared the same name with
And how would you know that? Sorry.
him sometimes. But the alleged fake accounts don't end there. As they complain on their Twitter, they're constantly being harassed by other content creators creating fake accounts with their name just to harass them. But there is no concrete evidence there are other creators doing this. They just pin the blame on these creators, and with how frequent he tweets about this, in my opinion, I'm starting to think he's creating the accounts. Also, one of these accounts goes on to say they physically assaulted him, and they're admitting this out of guilt.
And stabbed at his home. Oh, really? Oh no.
Stabbing him at their home.
What?
And links all the people that have been calling them out and their bullshit as co-conspirators. And obviously the replies on most of these tweets are once again locked. But this is just genuinely insanity. They have been alleged to scam people, donating to streamers and then refunding the donation, where one streamer...
Really? You're a prick. What is wrong with you? Like genuinely, neutrally, what is wrong with you?
Streamer was going to use that money to buy RAM, but when they bought it, they refunded the donation, so they were out about $97.
Damn.
With the reasoning being to PayPal that they didn't receive the goods they sent the money for them to buy. And this was a birthday present, by the way. They've also been accused of doxing, putting someone's last name as their...
You're 30, by the way. I want to make this clear, and I want to point this out a second time. You're in your mid-30s. You are a grown-ass man, okay? I need you to clock out for me is what I need you to do, all right? You're done. Your shift is over. That's enough. You're good, bro. You got to walk away from this shit. What is wrong with you?
Title, but I can't show evidence of this because it's somebody's name.
That is wild,
now,
bro.
On to the more serious allegation, which was the unfortunate apparent ending of someone's life. Cherry Swator would make a tweet back in October of 2023, hinting towards their own demise
I can't take it.
because of the alleged harassment by Faultler XV.
Ugh.
They haven't been heard from since, and admittedly there is no solid evidence they have done the act.
I'm hoping that they just left, which is probably better for their mental state, and I hope that for them the best.
They describe. And Faultler likes to advocate they didn't actually end themselves, and they are very much still alive. However, the harassment Cherry had to face from Faultler involved them saying Cherry had doxed them, which he does to other content creators. He accuses them all of doxing him with seemingly no evidence. This is the evidence he provides.
Does everyone want to dox you? I promise you're not that interesting, dog. I'm gonna, hey, your boy, it's me. I'm gonna hit you with the cold water. I'm gonna tell you something you're not gonna want to hear. You are not that interesting, big fella. Not everyone wants to dox you. You have like 1,300 followers. You have more than me, mind you. You are not that interesting. Relax.
Provided. And then accusing them of sexualizing them when another account posted this meme, and he accused that account of being a fake account made by them, but then goes on to tweet things like this, a screenshot of them explaining the struggles they're going through, and then criticizing them, saying they have no friends or family, and then emphasizing that in following tweets, talking about...
Because her attention she's amazing. She really is. No friends, no supporters, and I have her promote tweets, but you're just an army. Okay.
About her.
All
there are
right,
a lot
dog.
of other accusations I can't fit into this video about Faultler. There is an entire 96-page document on their misdeeds, but giving them the benefit.
And I bet
of
it's growing
the doubt,
too.
They may be getting harassed by other content creators in some faraway universe, but it just does not add up with the lack
They have access to the multiverse, and they're pulling screenshots from different timelines.
Evidence they provide, and how they can assume certain creators are doing
Maybe in the
this for lack
future
of
when they
evidence
have a
themselves.
big
And
platform.
accusations against Faultler are backed up,
Jeez.
unlike their claims. But the one thing I can say about this is I hope that Cherry is still alive.
I
and
do
has
too.
taken
I
a
hope
step
that
back
they're a
from the
good.
internet.
I hope that they didn't go through with it, and I hope that they're just having a good time and just staying away from Twitter, staying away from the internet, and they're just enjoying themselves. I really wish the best for them.
Information I can't fit into this video without doing a separate video on the topic. Check out Maka Ray's and AJ News' video on it. And thank you to the person for that email, even though I technically cooked you here, not talking about all the other controversies they've been through. But in conclusion, VTubers are liable to the same controversies your content creators that actually use their own face and
Of course, we're not special people. We're just people who don't show our faces. I mean, not me. This is my face. This is what I look like IRL. I am this pretty.
personality are liable to.
Look, it's SpongeBob.
So the next time you look at these sweet, supple anime girls, or femboys, depending on your preference, they may have committed many war crimes in their past.
Goodness.
Just because they're an anime girl
Goodness
doesn't mean
gracious.
they can't do it and get away with it. But yeah, Bye-bye.
Oh no. Anyways, chat. That was that video. Man, that was a lot to take in, and this makes me not like either of these three. Now, to be fair, I've never liked Marina, and I don't think I ever will. Nuxtaku, hey, you know, it's as simple as just saying you're sorry, dog. It's really that simple. For Falter, they're beyond saving at this point. They're fighting their own demons in their head, and they probably need help. Anyways, chat, that was all for this video. Hope you enjoy it. Comment, like, and subscribe. I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.